You know, gone are the days where the judge says you can do some jail time or some military time. The United States Armed Forces are the most technologically advanced armed forces in the world, and they don't let just anybody in anymore. So it takes a pretty savvy individual to make it into this room, so congratulations to each and every one of you. I would like to take a minute to find out what you guys are going to be doing so you can stand at ease. So let's see, we'll start over here with Ms. Johnson. You're joining the Coast Guard. What are you going to do for the Coast Guard?
Health services.
Okay, what made you choose the Coast Guard?
I wanted to help people. I love the water, and I just wanted to do medical.
Okay, good. All right. All right, let's see, okay, you're joining the Army. What are you going to do for the Army?
Cavalry Scout.
Okay, what made you choose the Army?
I have family in the Army, and I've always been interested in the Army.
Okay, very good. All right, Mr. Arsenal, is that correct?
Yes,
okay, you're joining the Coast Guard. What are you going to do for the Coast Guard?
Maritime law enforcement.
Okay, what made you choose the Coast Guard?
Well, I've been into law enforcement always, and my father did 8 years. Kind of persuaded me.
Family tradition then, so to speak. Okay, good. All right, Mr. How do you pronounce that?
Como.
Como. Okay, you're doing the Army. What are you going to do for the Army?
11X Infantry.
Okay, what made you choose the Army?
For a better career, myself.
All right, very good. Mr. St. Jack, is that correct? You're joining the Navy. What are you going to do for the Navy?
I was trying to prepare Phil for the subs.
Okay, and what made you choose the Navy?
I wanted to stay well with family and the
Okay, very good. All right, and Mr. Alec? All right, you're joining the Army. What are you going to do for the Army?
Infantry.
Okay, what made you choose the Army?
I wanted to fight for the country.
Okay. I always like to ask people why they join whichever branch. Everybody's motivated by something a little bit different. I do want to take a minute to talk to you about your uniforms, because your uniforms mean something. They mean something on a personal level, and they mean something on an international level, too. On a personal level, your uniform signifies that you belong to a bigger organization. And what you do and how you act is going to make a difference. So if you're at work and you're doing a good job, or you're out in town doing some kind of community service, obviously that will reflect well on you and your service. Now likewise, if you're out in town and you're getting drunk and you're acting stupid, that probably isn't going to reflect too well on you or your service, is it? No, so just realize that you are an ambassador for your service 24/7, and what you do and how you act is going to matter. Now on an international level, your uniforms actually mean something very different. How many of you have traveled outside the United States? Nobody?
I have.
Okay. Okay, well, for the rest of you, once you all start your traveling with your service, you will realize very quickly that there are many countries around the globe that are not like the United States. They do not have the GameStops, the Starbucks, and the grocery stores around the corner. And you all might be going to a war-torn country. You might be part of a NATO mission. You might be part of a humanitarian mission. And you're going to come into contact with people who have lost hope. They've lost hope not only in themselves, but in their governments, too. And your uniform is actually going to represent freedom, peace, and prosperity to these people. It will actually be a beacon of hope for them. And your uniform will actually empower you as an individual to bring about global change. And to me, I think that's some pretty exciting stuff. So I always encourage everybody, wear your uniform with dignity and with pride, because there is meaning behind it. Okay? All right, so now with that said, I need to ask you guys a few questions, and then we'll go ahead and we'll take the oath, okay? So were you all briefed on the DoD policy on separation and personal conduct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, were you all briefed, and do you understand the regulations on absence without leave, desertion, and fraudulent enlistment?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is everyone taking the oath today of their own free will without any reluctance?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, does anybody have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, well, let's do it then. All right, for family and friends, we're getting ready to take the oath. Are you in a good spot for pictures? If not, you can... Okay. All right, so please come to attention. The oath is above my head. If you need to follow along, so please raise your right hand. And together repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, Scott Alex,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I will obey the orders
that I will obey the orders
of the President of the United States
of the President of the United States
and the orders of the officers
and the orders of the officers
appointed over me,
appointed over me,
according to regulations
according to regulations
and the Uniform Code
and the Uniform Code
of Military Justice.
of the Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. All right, you can put your hands down. Do we have any veterans prior service? Yes, sir. What service?
U.S. Navy.
Ah, very good. And do you have any advice for them as they head off to boot camp?
Pay attention, keep your nose clean, and it will be, you'll never experience another 13 weeks like you're about to if you spend another 20 years in there.
Well, I know you guys are probably a little bit nervous about what's going to happen when you get there, but you know what, that's perfectly normal, but I can assure you that it isn't anything that you aren't already anticipating or that you can't handle. You know they're going to make you exercise a lot, they're going to teach you about your service, and most importantly, they're going to be teaching you about teamwork. And to me, there are two keys to success, and that is always try to have a positive attitude, and always do the best job that you can do, regardless of what that job is, because believe it or not, that will get you noticed, and you will move up in the organization. All right. So now, did you guys already get your box lunch?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
did, okay. All right. So you have until 11:15. I'm not even sure what time it is. What time is it?
10 of.
10 of. Okay. So you got a little bit of time. You have until 11:15 to visit with your family and friends. At 11:15, you need to be down in classroom B, like we talked about this morning, for your travel brief. Okay. For family and friends, we discourage anybody from going to the airport with them because they're instructed to go as a group with everyone else who's going to that specific boot camp. So 11:15 is pretty much it. Okay. All right, so what we need to do now is go back next door. I need you guys to sign one more piece of paper, and then you'll be done. Okay, you guys have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, very good. All right, congratulations. You can go ahead and file out. We'll sign the paperwork. Congratulations. 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 Thank you all for coming.